What is up, everybody? How you doing today? Another similar video to the top 10 rarest animals in the game. Today I'm going to be going over the top 5 rarest diamonds that you can get in the game. Okay? Now, you can agree with my list. You don't have to agree with it. I'll kind of explain how I made it. So I picked like 10 of the animals that I kind of felt like were some of the hardest to find, and then I went on Reddit and Discord and counted how many times I found each one while scrolling through pictures of that other people had gotten, and the ones that I found the least I put down on this list, and they're in the order of the amount that I found them. So the number 1 animal I found the least, whereas the number 5 animal is one I found the most on this list. Okay, just so y'all kind of understand how I did this. But starting off at number 5, we have the Grizzly Bear. Now, Grizzly Bears are notorious for there hardly being any males on the map to begin with. So it makes it hard to grind for them. You really lose motivation when all you find are females around every single corner. And it makes it tough because there's also hardly any big males. If you do luck into finding a male, generally it's like a level 4 or 5. You don't see a lot of level 7s or level 8s. Sometimes it's just rewarding to get a gold on a hunt for them. So that is why they're so hard to find a big one of. And then to find the diamond is just even more. Coming in at number 4, we have the side-striped Jackal. Now, Jackals, like all of the small predators, they're just hard to find. I mean, then again, there's not as many of them on the map. There are not as many big ones on the map. You often see, like with the Grizzly Bears, 4s and 5s. And it just makes it a little bit more difficult. Coming in at number 3, we have the Eurasian Lynx. Now, a lot of people will argue that the lynx is the rarest diamond in the game. But like I said, when I was scrolling through Reddit and Discord and all those things, I did find several people who had shot lynx. So they're definitely not easy to come across, though. That is the thing. They're not easy to find because you have to hunt for them at night. That's probably the worst thing. That's really what separates them and jackals, because the jackals you hunt during the day, while the lynx drink at night on Medved. And with the reeds on the side of the banks, it's hard to see them. And then you have the fact where there's a lot of males not spawning on one side of Medved. It cuts off half the map to hunt, really. So they're just really difficult. Coming in at number 2, we have the European Bison. Okay, now, it's not a predator, which is mostly what I think the whole rest of the list is made up of. But I think the main reason that they're so hard to find is because people just don't hunt for them much. You don't see a lot of people hunting for European bison. You just don't. I think a lot of it has to do with Hirschfelden and how thick it is in there and hard to find them. And also, it's just, you do find big herds of them, but it's discouraging when all you find, like with all the other animals, are 2s and 3s. And that seems to kind of be what separates the animals on this list from any other animal in the game, because when you do find males, they're just so small, it kills your motivation to keep hunting for them. Now, before we get to number 1, I do have an honorable mention, because I felt that people would yell at me for not putting this in there. But for honorable mention, we have the coyote. Coyotes are another small predator, and just like all the others, they are hard to come across, though they are not quite as hard, I think, as lynx and jackal. So that is why they're just an honorable mention. But they are still very, very rare because, I mean, just something about the tiny animals, they're hard to see. And that's another thing that just makes them so difficult to hunt. Now, coming in at number 1, we have the red fox. Now, I'm sure this does not come as a surprise to many of y'all, especially those of you who've played the game for any extended amount of time. You've known that red fox just like to be a pain in the butt. They just do. I don't know why. They just do. So that they're just really small. When you go to a lake, you only see like 1, 2 if you're lucky. A lot of the times they're females, and they're so small. Generally, you're seeing 3s and 4s. That's it. So you're really like, well, why am I hunting this? I'm not making any progress. Like with everything else, kills motivation. You don't want to hunt it, and just the fact that they're so small and hard to find, it just makes them almost impossible to find a diamond of. A lot of people who hunt red fox a lot will maybe get a diamond every now and then. Okay, they're not like mountain lions where you can go out there and just willy-nilly shoot 30 of them and then you'll have a diamond respawn. That's not how red fox work. But even the people who hunt the red fox a lot, they don't see diamonds very often at all. Hardly even see legendaries. So that's just kind of why they're up the top. Red fox are just another class above all the others of how hard they are to find. So, well guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful and just a little bit of fun and entertaining. Let me know down below if there were any animals that you thought that should have been added that were not, because I am interested to hear what y'all have to say. So yeah, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.